Sorry to hold you up there, Tom.
Sorry. You're recording.
All set? I need glasses. Good evening. Welcome to the Lacey Township January 23rd, 2014 meeting. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. We're going to begin with the salute to the flag and a moment of silence, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item number 1, second reading of ordinance 2014-01, setting the salary for the construction code official and building subcode.
Ordinance of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, amending an ordinance entitled an ordinance of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, affixing this and determining the salaries, wages, and compensations of the officers, employees, and members of the governing body of the township. This is for the position of construction code official / electrical code official and building subcode official / fire subcode official.
Being the second reading, I'll open it up to the public. Any comment? Can I have a motion to close the floor?
Motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion.
Motion on the ordinance, please.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 2, resolution 2014-61, authorizing the execution of a Schedule C agreement with the County of Ocean.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the execution of Schedule C agreement with the County of Ocean. This is an annual resolution that we do with regards to the county. They can provide various services to the Township of Lacey. What we use them for right now is basically the road sweeping materials from our sweeper that they come down, screen them, and clean them, and we pay the county to do that on our behalf. You can see from the agreement there's various other items which come with a cost, but again, we only usually use them for the one item.
Can I have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Was that Steve?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 3, resolution 2014-62, agreeing to compliance with the civil rights for the CDBG grant.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, agreeing to compliance with civil rights regulations in regards to the community development block grant funding projects. This is a required resolution that needs to be passed in order for us to apply for our CDBG funding.
Motion, please.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 4, resolution 2014-63, authorizing the filing of a grant application for the 2014 CDBG grant.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the filing of an application with the Ocean County Community Development Block Grant Committee for various projects. We are on the even years for the grant, so we're up for consideration for a grant. We are looking to put in the application for the overlay and pavement of the side streets between Vaughn Avenue and Holmes Avenue east to west streets, and the amount that we're requesting is $40,000, which is the maximum that the grant will give us.
Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 5, resolution 2014-64, authorizing the filing of a grant application for the 2014 tourism grant with the County of Ocean for the Municipal Alliance Program.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a grant application with the County of Ocean for the Ocean County Tourism Grant. This is for the Municipal Alliance, which we do promotional activities related to their 5K run and 1 mile fun run. They usually get about $1,000 to offset those costs.
Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 6, resolution 2014-65, authorizing the execution of a grant agreement for the Community Wildlife Protection Plan Grant Program.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a grant agreement for the Community Wildfire Protection Plan Program Grant. This is a grant that we applied for in 2013. We've been granted $5,000 with a $5,000 match from the township. This is to provide community wildfire protection awareness for those areas of our community that may be see more wildfires, such as Bamber, maybe by Pheasant Run, to bring public awareness to them, to do maintenance and clearing of trees and those kind of items. It also will help offset the cleanup day that they do in April as well, that qualifies to be covered under that grant.
Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn.
Yes. Item number 7, resolution 2014-66, amending the policy and procedures manual.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing amendments to the local government personnel policies and procedures manual and to the employee handbook for the Township of Lacey. This is implementing a department head health benefit opt-out premium incentive plan.
Now motion?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
I'll abstain.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn? Abstain?
Yeah. Item number 8, Resolution 2014-67, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposit monies held for the use of municipal facilities.
Can I have a motion?
Second?
Second.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Item number 9, Resolution 2014-68, authorizing the payment of the township bills.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $6,426,262.54.
Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Item number 10, monthly reports.
For the month of December, the municipal clerk's office collected receipts in the amount of $2,207.34. Tax collector's office for the month of December collected receipts in the amount of $1,689,422.98. Road opening permits for the month of December were collected in the amount of $4,062. Recycling was collected in the amount of $3,480 for the month of December. Month of November, municipal court collected receipts in the amount of $26,431.74. For the month of December, municipal court collected receipts in the amount of $26,501.58. Motion to accept the reports is read.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 11, motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of January 9, 2014.
Move it.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 12, motion to approve township meeting minutes of January 9, 2014.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Add-ons?
Yes, resolution 2014-69, it's a resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing an RFP, which is a request for proposals for a hybrid reassessment for the Township of Lacey.
Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
And that's all I have to add on this evening.
Okay, comments from the committee? Mr. Curatolo?
Yes, thank you. Being a new committeeman, I had two distinct honors these past 2 weeks. We had an installation dinner for Forked River First Aid and Lenoka Harbor Fire. It was great to get out there to meet these folks. They are very dedicated, and it was nice to meet them in that type of venue, because I wouldn't want to have to meet them if I really needed them. So it was nice to see them and to talk with them, to hear some of their concerns. And you don't really know unless you attend one of these installation events how much work they really do. They're not compensated. They're there. They're protecting us, all parts of our township. And there was one young gentleman whose name escapes me right now, and I apologize for that, who had over 580 calls on the first aid squad. So the folks are out there, I mean, and they're doing this type of work. I want to say openly, in open public forum, I very much appreciate it. Appreciate our service people, our men and women in uniform, and I thank them every day and every shift for the good work that they do. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kennis?
Yes, first I'd like to thank the Department of Public Works and the emergency personnel for working this past snowstorm, and I'd also like to echo Mr. Curatello's comments regarding the installation dinners. I guess I'm getting older because they certainly seem really young, and we really appreciate the time and the effort that they put into volunteering their time to go out and serve the community. And I also attended my first Economic Development Committee meeting last night, and hopefully I'll be able to talk more about that in the future, but we really appreciate their efforts also in trying to make the town more economically viable. Thank you.
Mr. Most?
Good evening. February 27th, we have our annual Red Night Out. We have two dynamic speakers that'll be speaking at the high school, and I appreciate the school's cooperation on fighting this epidemic on drugs. So thank you for that, and more to come. And again, that'll be February 27th, 7 o'clock at the high school. Recreation Department, tomorrow night at the middle school Lacey Township Recreation Department presents Career Night. Now, we have Sherrod Jacobs. He's serving an internship, and for his project, he's developed this Career Night. There'll be all different kinds of college, institution, vocational schools, as an example, and they'll be in attendance. So I want to wish Sherrod good luck, and I want to thank him for his hard work, and thank James Weiland. He's always reaching out and trying to maximize the efficiency of our recreation department, so I appreciate that. So I'll be there tomorrow night, wishing Sherrod the best of luck, and it's going to serve all our students as far as a career path, so it's kind of nice for them to plug in the middle school to actually see where their destiny could be as far as their career path. So I think it's an excellent opportunity, and again, I want to thank James Weiland for really serving this town well. With that said, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Most. Not to be repetitive, but I also want to extend my thanks to the emergency services. We this time of year, we all have the opportunity to get out there and attend their installation dinners when they bring on their new officers and individuals that are going to take and lead them during the course of the upcoming year. It's always an honor to attend. It's always a very enjoyable evening. I was not able to get to the Lacey EMS. I was out of town on Friday night, but I know the rest of the committee was there. But I did have the opportunity to go Saturday night to our dive team, which is another division of our emergency services here in town, and I was very honored to be able to attend that one and spend time and meet with all the different people involved. But I always, when I have the opportunity to swear in the officers, not only do we have to extend a lot of our thanks to these individuals that dedicate so much of their time, but it's also very important to thank their families, because when you're involved in emergency services, it's not just something that you as an individual do. The families, the children, the spouses, everybody plays the same role, because when that beeper goes off or the alarm goes off, and they have to get up and run, no matter where they are, they don't take and hesitate. They still go out and do what they have to do, whether it's the middle of the summer or whether it's an evening like tonight where it's 8 degrees out. So hats off to these individuals. We have a few more to attend coming up, which we're certainly looking forward to. And then it'll be business as usual as we move forward into the year for these men and women. So we thank each and every one of you. Also, as Mr. Kennis said, the job Public Works did on the snowstorm we had this week, was certainly a great job. The men were out there for over 30 hours straight since the snow started falling. We have some people that have called that, want their streets completely cleared, but you have to understand when there's a storm occurring like we just went through, and the snow starts falling during the course of the normal day, once cars get on the road and the traffic gets out there and packs the road down, it's not that easy to take and move that snow back down to the asphalt. But the guys have been doing a great job. They're out there. Today they were out there all day. They're going to be out there again tomorrow, prepping the roads and getting ready for the next storm that's supposed to roll in on us again this Saturday. So we have a very gloomy picture ahead of us over the next week with single-digit temperatures and a couple more snowstorms. So the Public Works guys are really going to be put to the test, and they've always come through for us in the past, and Casey and his department deserve a tremendous amount of thanks. So thank you, teacher, every one of those guys, and the men and women. That's all I have for public comments, so I'll open the floor to public comments. Regina?
Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. The add-on for the hybrid reassessment, could you explain that in detail for the benefit of the public that may not know what that means?
We're looking at, the township's been looking at a way to offset the tax appeals that we've been getting on an annual basis, and we've met with our new tax assessor, and we looked at two options that we have available to us right now. One be a total reevaluation, which we did a couple, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years ago.
When unfortunately the values were at the height
Yeah.
of the market. To take and go out and do that same assessment all over again is going to run us in the area of $1 million, which is something we're just not looking to get involved in right now.
And you think that's cheaper than a tax appeal?
No, we're looking at doing a hybrid reassessment, which is something that the state is going to allow us to do. It's a window of opportunity that we have right now to go out and do what's called a hybrid. The difference between the hybrid is we can utilize a lot of the information that was in place during the original assessment 4 years ago. We're not going to be required to have to get into each and every household throughout
Oh,
the
the
township.
details, right, okay.
So a lot of the information is really not changed as far as structures go over a 4-year period. The real change is going to be in the assessment of the land values themselves. That's where the numbers are going to
Well,
really start
land
changing.
values is the number one thing that I have a beef with, because same lots on my street are assessed anywhere from like 121 to 147 with no rhyme or reason for the difference in price. When to
Right.
the square foot, they're nearly exactly the same, and something needs to be done about that, and I just haven't had a chance to come in and sit down with anyone and go over these lot by lot, but I've noticed a lot of land disparities, and that's what people keep questioning me about the most, and I said, you know, I cannot do anything about the land values. It's something the township decides, and it's on a case-by-case basis, and when all the tax appeals did go through, they were always against the building or the structure, never against the land, and also the waterfront is completely different from a landlocked property because it's a special assessment on
Correct.
waterfront, and I just can't explain that to people because it's so difficult. You really, you know, have to be a certified appraiser
Right.
to be able to explain in detail to people why this lot's worth more than that lot, and, you know, it's totally by the square foot and the location.
Right. We've looked at all of our options, and this is the most viable. If we act on it right away and we get things moving right away, which is why we did it as an add-on this evening, it gives us the opportunity to take and have it done this year and have it on the books for 2015. You know, we looked at possibly doing spot assessments in specific neighborhoods, which is really not fair to the overall township.
No,
We
it's
want to
gotta be
get
done as a whole.
values established now so that everyone's on the same playing field and everyone's paying their right fair share versus taking it and dealing with the disparities we've been dealing with the last couple of years.
Okay, just wanted to double check
Yeah.
on that, because a lot of people may not know what hybrid.
That's what it is, and that's
Yeah.
why we added it on tonight so that we can get the RFP prepared and have it sent, you know, in there as of next week, so.
Okay, and Mr. Mose, by any chance, did you pass the torch to Mayor Quinn about the issues at 308 Sunrise Boulevard yet?
He's all over it.
Very good.
Yes, yes. Matter of fact, you brought it up, and I've already spoken to the chief on that.
Yeah, when I see a change there, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we reached out to the property
That's fine,
owner,
that's
so
fine,
we're,
I'm just waiting for the change that needs to be happening over there. I have an announcement, though, from the Lacey Township High School PTSA. Their biggest fundraiser of the year is coming up, Craft and Vendor Fair, on Saturday, April 26th, from 10 to 3 p.m., so save the date, and it will be held at Lacey Township High School. There is early table registration. It's $30 before March 1st, and it'll be $35 after March 1st, and they're looking for lots and lots of crafters and vendors for this fair. So if you want to have an early table registration, send a $30 check to the LTHS PTSA at P.O. Box 34, Forked River, New Jersey, 08731, and they will send you a registration form back.
Did you say April 26th?
April 26th,
Okay.
Saturday,
All
10 to 3. And then another date to be saved is with the OCVTS Mates PTSO, their annual gift auction. The date is Saturday, May 17th at Mates in Manahawkin, and ticket information will be available soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Regina. Mr. Moss? It's good to talk about April and May.
Yeah.
Bill Moss, Biscayne Drive, Forked River Beach. I have a few subjects. First, I want to go over the township bills of the $6,426,262.54. People should understand we're sending $4,234,220 of that to our school system. That's not being spent by the city. Second thing I have is, I noticed that the iodine pills that we have from the power plant that we have currently expire February 14th. I know it's handled by Ocean County, not by the township, but is the township doing anything to let us know when we can get them or where we can get them?
Well, you can get them at your local pharmacies and at the CVS's and all of that. They do have them in stock there. It is something that you buy over the counter, but you'll have to purchase them. Mr. Curatolo can probably go in further detail with county.
Yeah, you can, people can contact the Community Health Services Division of the Ocean County Health Department for KI pills. There's different dosages for adults and children. I believe it goes by weight. But you can feel free to call 732-341 9700 and ask for community health services. Okay, I happen to work in that division, and I know that there are KI pills available when people, but you'll have to call for them. Okay, and then but they're there for you.
Okay. Now, the next subject I want to bring up is the Lacey Police Department, mainly for the TV audience so that they understand something. Within the past few weeks, our police department has given out 7 medals and ribbons to 7 different officers in Lacey Police Department that have literally saved a person's life, that kept those people from dying, and those officers have all been rewarded for it and gotten a letter of recommendation into their jackets. The next thing I need to talk about is, I'm going to read a few things that I picked up along the way. The final crime statistics for 2013 were released by the New Jersey State Police. They show that Lacey Township had an overall of 29.1% decrease in crime. Burglaries, forcible and unlawful attempted burglaries were down from 119 to 60. That's a 50.4% decrease in that crime. Thefts were decreased by 23%. There were 539 in 2012 and 413 in 2013. There were 5 auto thefts in 2012. There was 5 in 2013. There was 7 in 2012. Simple assaults in Lacey dropped from 149 to 95 in 2013. Gun crimes, from 3 weapons assaults, there was none in 2013, where there was 3 in 2012. Aggravated assaults remain about the same, 13 in 2012, 11 in 2013. Weapons involve strong arming. That's where somebody robs somebody with a gun or a knife. Dropped from 3 to 2 in 2013. The number of crimes charged dropped from 832 to 212 to 590 in 2013. Now, other items of interest. Drug overdoses in Lacey dropped from 43 to 32. That's a good decrease, considering that the overall deaths from drugs in Lacey went from 8 in 2002 to 7 in 2013. Now, as I mentioned, the overdoses went from 2012. Yes, the deaths in Ocean County increased by 100%, where Lacey's went down. We had the pill drop box in the police department. Last year in 2013, they collected 700 pounds of drugs. That box is still there. You just walk in and drop your drugs into it. The police substantial tips. 200 people called our police department with tips. And they're all private. Nobody knows who they are. You don't have to threat. There was 126 arrests for drug possession in 2013 in Lacey, and 30 of those were drug dealers. If anybody wants to give a tip to the police department, they can call 693-6636, extension 2566. Or they can go onto their computer and go to Lacey, the Lacey website, which is www.laceypd.org. We did all this with 39 police officers, where in 2008 we had 47. Now, most of this can be attributed to the new police chief, who we've had for this 1 year period of time, where our crime rate has dropped, and just about everything in our crime rate has dropped with the people that he has. Can you imagine what it would be if we had this correct and total amount of police officers that he needs to run the department? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's using his police more than we did before. Last thing I have to say is Lacey needs the support of the community to lower these figures in 2014. Remember, when you see something in doubt, call the Lacey Police Department. That's all I have, gentlemen. Thank you.
That's great information, Mr. Morsweet, thank you. You know, Chief Pepperada has done a tremendous job over there in the last year. He's made a tremendous amount of progress. It's nice to see the police department working so efficiently on the street with the restructuring he's done with the department itself, and having the lieutenants in there now, having all the sergeants under them. The structure has put a lot more police officers on the road, and we're looking towards the upcoming years and still being able to hire additional police officers. The new test was just given this past couple of months for the civil service, so we're going to be getting that hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months, and we'll be able to relook at that. But because of the fact that a lot of our senior officers have retired and gone out, we're saving a tremendous amount of money in salaries, which is going to reflect in our budget this year when it comes to the police department, which is something the chief had told us he would be working towards, and we're starting to see those numbers come in as well. But we get a lot of bad press, unfortunately, in the media sometimes about the drugs and the deaths and everything, but the statistics that you just read are the state police statistics, and they certainly mirror the ones that the chief had given us at the end of the 2013 year from the local level. So he's doing a great job. I can't applaud him and the police department enough for everything that they're doing. So
That's right. Well, just remember, the crime rate has dropped almost 30% in Lacey.
Yeah.
And like the old saying goes, a new broom sweeps. And that's exactly what's happening.
Very much so.
Mr. Moss, if I could just add something, like you said, when you see something, say something. And I too agree with the mayor as far as the police department. They're doing fine work. But don't forget that not only are they doing the fine work, but as a community, we're dealing with these problems collectively through the churches, through the police department, through this committee, through the school systems. And we're really collectively coming together as a task force and really hitting these issues, and we believe that education is one of them. I would just caution you to the results that you talked about, which are encouraging as far as the drug stats that you gave us, because we really have to look at them 2-3 years out to see. But I mean, I'm very impressed with the numbers now, but we have to see what happens next year and the year after. But I'm very proud of all the different initiatives that we've put forth, and I want to thank all our volunteers and our police department and the community for recognizing the issues that we have here in Lacey Township and doing something about it.
Well, Mr. Most, I have these figures from this year, and I plan on being here next January to compare 2014 with 2013. And I'm just praying that it gets better, not worse. And if it gets worse, I'll let you know.
Well, it means we're going to have to work harder then, doesn't it?
Okay,
Just one final note on that. I had a conversation recently with Joe Coronado, our county prosecutor, and he also was applauding the job that the chief has done here in town and the relationship that he has at the prosecutor's office, working hand in hand and trying to fight these things. So we've certainly got a bright future ahead of us, and I think it's going to keep getting better. So.
Well, I found the way the chief is, it's also going down in the ranks too. Because I've talked to some other police officers, and
They're working great.
Just as hard as he is.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moss. Fred, come on up. Just your name and address, Fred.
Fred Beglinger, Beach Boulevard. What I'm here to apprise you of is that I am living in the wreckage of a house. I have tried several times to, with plywood and plastic, give me some kind of shelter. An employee here in this building told me my house was a disgrace, as if I had to do everything myself. I'm physically not able to. I'm beyond the age where that's understandable. I think that the condition of my house is in fact a disgrace upon Lacey Township and all the people who should have been involved in helping me get back to a more humane way of life. I live like an animal. I had 13 degrees in my bedroom last night and slept in that. I have no water because all the pipes broke. I've shut my water off. I have no gas for heat. Do you want people, do any of you up there want people to live like this in Lacey Township?
Fred, have you reached out to any of the services, county services?
Every application that anyone told me about, I filled out. Never got any help.
I mean, all I can tell you is, we can look and see if there's some avenues out there that we could help you, investigate, but, the municipality doesn't get involved in repairing. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, it's unfortunately, we don't have the ability to take and get involved in that, capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we certainly have, access to different, sources, like Mr. Mo said, churches and different, groups that'll get involved and try and help people. And I don't think that's something that, would be a problem for us to get involved in.
Well, I was told about a branch of county government that I have not contacted, which may be of some help to me. I won't stop trying.
Right.
Because, and I haven't been here in a long time, which was a rest you all needed from me, but I feel that I have to bring this up, because this is going to be a struggle which is probably going to be the end of me. And when any of us are faced with live or die circumstances, I think I'm still in my right mind, and I want to live, but I don't call what I'm doing living. And I don't appreciate an employee of the township who doesn't have to worry about where money's coming from, telling me that I'm a disgrace to the township. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Fred.
Fred, if I could for 1 second?
Yes.
I'm an employee of the county health department, and there are times when I have to transition people that are in homeless situations, and we do work closely with the county department board of social services. And for situations like yours, the last thing I'd want to see personally, or the last thing I think anyone would want to see, is for you to have to, have a 13-degree bedroom on a night like tonight.
No, that's what
Have you
I'm doing.
contacted Board of Social Services? I know that they're there.
I have already.
Is it a transportation issue? What's going on?
I sat in a room filled with people downstairs in the basement of building 4, I think it is. And I sat there from morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I answered a few questions, and they started some kind of recording of remarks and things I was saying. And then in about 15 minutes, it was going home time, and they asked me to come back the following day. I had to borrow money for gas to even get up there, and I couldn't do it a second time. So I don't have a telephone. I can't afford a telephone. And I didn't, and as a matter of fact, the last response I was supposed to mail out, I didn't even have money for a stamp. I just barely have enough to eat, and I don't eat well.
Fred, we'll see if we can find some groups that could possibly, do something to, give you some relief at this point,
Well, a lot of people care,
Yeah, very
but
much
they
so.
can't do anything. Place I'm going to, I'm going to have to take a bus down to Manahawk, to the old St. Mary's Church.
Right,
And the county has a installation down there.
right.
And I was told that they might be able to get Habitat for Humanity involved.
Well, that's it, those types of groups, get
Yeah.
involved in private, yeah.
And so I'm still seeing a pinpoint of light, and I know it's not a train coming.
Right.
So I still have hope.
Okay,
And that's the end of my remarks.
thanks, Fred. Anyone else?
Motion to close the floor?
Can I have a second?
Motion to
All in
adjourn.
favor?
Motion to
Aye.
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Pastor Appleby at
That's it.
USC